Shalom. First and foremost, before I get started, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to where it's due to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Chakwadash, and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who rule well and who taught us his truth. We're going to go into sitting on the fence, not to sit on the fence concerning this truth, man, because you can't play both sides. You can't be an Israelite and then you can't be a nigga at the same time. You got to choose a side. You can't sit on the fence. And when you look up that meaning for sit on the fence, it says avoid making a decision or choice. So when you come into this truth, man, you got to choose. It says, choose you this day whom you will serve. Let's get that real quick. And Joshua 24 and verse 15. And if it seem evil unto you to serve the Lord Yahweh, choose you this day whom you will serve, whether the gods which your fathers served that were on the other side of the flood, or the gods of the Amorites, in whose land you dwell. But as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord Yahweh. Choose you this day, man. Let's get in the NLT verse 15. But if you refuse to serve the Lord Yahweh, then choose today whom you will serve. Choose, man. It's either the Lord's way or the highway. Either you choose the Lord or you choose somebody else, man. Who are you going to choose? Would you prefer the gods your ancestors served beyond the Euphrates, or will it be the gods of the Amorites in whose land you now live? But as for me and my family, we will serve the Lord Yahweh. And we have chosen, man. We chose that we're going to serve the Lord Yahweh Bahashem Yahshai, man, to the best of our ability until the very end. I just wanted to look up that word, serve. H5647. Ibar, or Slagi, Ibad. It says to serve, to work, to labor, to work, to do work for another, to serve God. That's our whole duty, man. Of man. Worshipers. That's what it says in Ecclesiastes 12 and verse 13. And it reads, let us share the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear the Most High and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. It is our duty, man. Our duty is to serve the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yashai with all fear and trembling. This is what we to do. And you can't sit on the fence, man. You got to choose a side, man. Choose a side to sit on. I just looked this up. To sit on the fence when a person does not take side in an argument or is hesitant to choose between two sides in a dispute in order to remain neutral. You can't remain neutral in this truth, man. It says, example, you can't sit on the fence any longer. You must choose whose side you are on. Whose side are you on, man? Whose side are you on? Are you on the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahshai's side? Or are you on your oppressor side? Are you on the world side? You can't be a part of the world and you can't be an Israelite at the same time professing that you're a Hebrew Israelite, man. You can't be a nigga and an Israelite, man. You can't like these cats at Shikari. Dude had a shirt on that said half hood, half holy. You can't be half hood, half holy, man. You can't be in 1 foot in the world and 1 foot in the truth, man. I pulled it out last night. I'm going to pull it out again. 1 John 2 and verse 15. Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh and the lust of the eyes and the pride of life is not of the Father, but is of the world. and the world passeth away, and the lust thereof. But he that doeth the will of the Most High abideth forever. You can't love the world and love the Most High at the same time. I'm speaking to myself first and foremost, man. You can't do both. You're either going to love the world or you're going to love the Most High. You can't love both, man. It says if you love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. If you're trying to have one foot in the world, even if you have one pinky toe in the world, man, trying to be a part of this society, the love of the Father is not in you, man. You over trying to be an Israelite, but then you eating pork on the side. You trying to be an Israelite, but you eating shrimp on the side. You being an Israelite, but you commit adultery on the side, man. You can't do both, man. The Lord is going to reveal it, man, and the Lord is going to spew you out of his mouth. Revelation 3 and verse 16. Let's get like verse 15. Revelation 3 and 15. This is Yahweh speaking. It's in red. I know thy works, that thou art neither cold nor hot. I would that thou wert cold or hot. The Lord saying, choose one. Either be cold or be hot, man. Don't be in the middle. Be cold or be hot. Don't be lukewarm. Verse 16. So then, because thou art lukewarm, and neither cold nor hot, I will spew thee out of my mouth. Lord said you're lukewarm, so you're gonna be spit out of his mouth. He's not gonna deal with you, man. Lord said be cold or be hot. Don't be both. It's like you can't be both. Don't be. That's what Jake want to be both. But you can't be both, man. You can't be cold or hot. You're either cold or hot. But you got Jake over here who's lukewarm, trying to sit the fence over, trying to play both sides, man. That's not how this works. Either he will. Let's see if it'll pull up like that. Matthew 6. And yeah, we'll get it. Matthew 6. Matthew 6 and verse 24. No man can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other, or else he will hold to the one and despise the other. You cannot serve the Most High and Mammon. You can't serve two masters, man. You can't serve this world and you can't serve the Most High at the same time. You can't serve the Most High and you can't serve your oppressors at the same time. You can't serve the Most High and then serve your flesh at the same time. The flesh and the spirit do not coincide with each other, man. There's a battle going on within you, man. That in Galatians. Should have put flesh, but it says Galatians. You see right here. Galatians 5 and verse 17. For the flesh lusteth against the spirit, and the spirit against the flesh, and these are contrary the one to the other. They're contrary to each other, man. Your spirit and your flesh. Your flesh would be what? The hood. Your flesh would be the hood, and then the spirit will be the holy. They're contrary the one to the other. You can't be half spirit and half flesh. It's not how this works, man. In the verse above it, in verse 16, it says, this I say then, walk in the spirit, and ye shall not fulfill the lust of the flesh. Walk in the spirit, man, to the best of your ability. To the best of our ability. Speaking to myself. It says, verse 17 again, for the flesh lusteth against the spirit, and the spirit against the flesh, and these are contrary the one to the other, so that ye cannot do the things that ye would. We're in a constant battle, man. And we're in a constant battle of the flesh and the spirit. And if you over here fighting, trying to please both sides, the flesh is going to take over. If you in a struggle trying to please your flesh and then trying to please the spirit, your flesh is going to win, man. The Lord is going to allow your flesh to win. And your flesh winning is not something you want. It's going to be worse off for you, man. You're going to end up falling off, bugging out, and then you're through. Missile time. I constant battle, man. And this is what we got to go through, man. This the temptations, the trials, the tribulations, the chastisement, the adversities, the afflictions, the everything, man. We got to deal with everything. The spiritual wickedness in high places. We got to deal with it all, man. You can't please both sides. Ecclesiasticus or Sirach 2 and verse 1. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. So you got to be prepared that you're going to be tempted of the flesh. That you're going to be tempted to do both. You're going to be tempted to sit on the fence. You're going to be tempted to please the flesh and the spirit. You're going to be tempted to please both sides, man. But you got to prepare for that and know that you got to endure it, no matter what is set in front of you, man. Let's see. Sit on the fence meaning delay making decision when you have to choose between two different options in a dispute. So there's two options, man, set in front of you. What does that say? I believe it's Baruch 4. Baruch 4 and verse 1. This is the book of the commandments of the Most High, and the law that endures forever. All they that keep it shall come to life, but such as leave it shall die. So really, the Lord has set in front of you life and death. Choose life that ye may live. That's another one. Choose life. Deuteronomy 30. Deuteronomy 30 and verse 19. I call heaven and earth to record this. And who's he speaking to in there here, man? He's talking to the Israelites. This is who the Lord is talking to, man. Let's start up at verse 15. Deuteronomy 30 and 15. See, I have set before thee this day life and good, and death and evil. In that I command thee this day to love. This is what the Lord is commanding us to do. The Lord is commanding us to choose life, to choose good, man. But Israelites want to do both. Israelites wants to have the good and the evil. In that I command thee this day to love the Lord Yahweh thy God, to walk in his ways, and to keep his commandments and his statutes and his judgments, that thou mayest live and multiply. And the Lord Yahweh thy power shall bless thee in the land whither thou goest to possess it. The Lord wants us to live. The Lord wants to give us that which is good. It says in Luke that it is the Father's good pleasure to give you the kingdom of the Most High. The Lord wants to do this for us, man. But Jake is over here playing around. Verse 17, but if thine heart turn away, so that thou wilt not hear, but shalt be drawn away and worship other gods and serve them, I denounce unto you this day that ye shall surely perish. And that's what's happened, man. Because we didn't choose the right way. We was trying to be in the Holy Land, being an Israelite at the same time being wicked and abominable, serving other gods, but at the same time, sending up sacrifices to the Lord Yahweh, and at the same time, praying to other gods, worshiping other gods, and serving the Lord, praising the Lord Yahweh. We're going back and forth, man. And the Lord said he spewed us out of his mouth. He spewed the nation of Israel out of his mouth. He said, I'm done with y'all sitting on the fence. Y'all done. Y'all discontinued from thine heritage. And you see the predicament we're in today, what led us, what sitting on the fence led us to. It says, again, verse 18, I denounce unto you this day that ye shall surely perish, which has happened, and that ye shall not prolong your days upon the land whither thou passest over Jordan to go to possess it. I call heaven and earth to record this day against you, that I have set before you life and death, blessing and cursing. Therefore choose life, that both thou and thy seed may live, that thou mayest love the Lord Yahweh thy power, and that thou mayest obey his voice, and that thou mayest cleave unto him, for he is thy life, and the length of thy days, that thou mayest dwell in the land which the Lord Yahweh sware unto thy fathers, to Abraham, to Isaac, and to Jacob, to give them. This is our commandment, man. To obey the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahshai, his voice, to cleave unto him, to choose life, man. The Lord doesn't want us to die, but Israel don't want to listen, so they have to die. Israel wants to sit on the fence, man, and try to play the good and the evil. They want to be an Israelite and then be in the world. That's not how this works, man. That's not how this works. You sit on the fence, man. Make a decision. Choose between two different options. The Lord or the world. So, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying to the spirit, to the body, to the fold. And before ending it off, I'd like to give our praise, honor, and glory to our due to Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Chakwadash, and double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Until next time, Shalom. And this is what you Israelites be looking like, man, playing both sides. Shalom.